The tattoo on my wrist appeared overnight, counting down from 24 hours, but I have no memory of how I got it or what happens when it hits 0. I woke up with a start, my head pounding like I'd been hit by a truck. As I rubbed my eyes, I noticed it. A small digital-looking tattoo on my wrist, glowing faintly in the dim light of my bedroom. The numbers read, 23 hours 59 minutes and 10 seconds, and they were counting down. Panic surged through me. I didn't have any tattoos, and I certainly didn't remember getting one. My heart raced as I tried to scrub it off, but the numbers remained, ticking down with each passing second. 23 hours 58 minutes and 45 seconds. I grabbed my phone, desperate to find some explanation, but there were no texts, no missed calls, nothing out of the ordinary. The last thing I remembered was going to bed after a long day at work. Everything after that was a blur. I called my best friend, my voice trembling as I told her what was happening. "That's impossible," she said, her tone wavering between disbelief and fear. "You're telling me you just woke up with a countdown on your wrist?" "Yes, and I don't know what happens when it hits 0, I shouted, my voice breaking. But before she could respond, the call dropped. My phone screen went black, and when it came back to life, the numbers on my wrist flashed in sync with a new message. "You're being watched. Do not trust anyone." My breath caught in my throat. I spun around, scanning my room for cameras, for anything out of place, but everything looked normal. The walls closed in on me as paranoia set in. Who was doing this? Why me? The countdown continued. 23 hours, 45 minutes, and 32 seconds. I had to find answers. I raced to my computer, trying to search for anything related to countdown tattoos, but every website I tried led to a blank page with the same message. Time is running out. My pulse quickened as the minutes ticked away. I decided to leave, to get out of my house and find help. As I stepped outside, a man in a black suit was waiting for me. He looked ordinary, but something about his cold stare sent a shiver down my spine. "Going somewhere?" he asked, a smirk playing on his lips. I backed away, but he stepped closer. "You can't run from this." My phone buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out, expecting another ominous message, but instead it was a picture. A picture of the man standing in front of me, taken just seconds earlier. Beneath it, a single line of text. "Don't let him touch you." Fear shot through me as the countdown on my wrist ticked down to under 20 minutes. The man reached out, his hand almost grazing my arm, but I jerked back, turning and running down the street as fast as I could. The city around me seemed to blur as I ran, the world growing increasingly distorted. Time itself felt like it was slipping away, bending around me. Every second felt like an eternity, every step like I was sinking deeper into quicksand. 15 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. I needed to know the truth, but where could I go? Who could I trust? Every shadow felt like it was watching me, every person like they were in on the secret. I was running out of time. As the countdown reached the final minute, my phone buzzed one last time. "The truth is behind you." I stopped, frozen in place. Slowly, I turned around. Standing there was a figure I couldn't make out, a silhouette against the dying light of the day, holding something in their hand. The countdown on my wrist flashed, 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 5 seconds. "Who are you?" I screamed. But before I could get an answer, the world around me dissolved into darkness.